Good morning, everybody. I was going to fix me a really quick lunch today. I've got coleslaw already made to save time. If you want to see how I make my coleslaw, go to my fish dinner recipes or my videos. And I've got green onion from the garden chopped up. I've got some ground beef here that I'm going to be using. I think I'll use Dijon mustard. But I've got Oscar Mayer wieners, my favorite, unless it's sausage. But first of all, I'm going to make a little bit of chili. And I probably should make it in a pot. You know, I might just do that. I'm going to put it in a pot instead of a pan. Well, no, I wanted y'all to see how I do it, so it's best to go ahead and put it in a pan, I guess. You can see what I'm doing a lot easier. Like I said, I've got some ground beef that I took out of the freezer. And I don't think I'm going to cook the whole package. Maybe cook half of it. Because I'm making chili. And I may want to make a hamburger with it later as well. Making a mess. And I love chili on my hamburgers too. I just rinse that off because I got blood on it. I'll just leave it right there for right now. And I know y'all don't like it when I wash my hands in my dishwater. But hey, I'm cooking. I've got to keep my hands clean. I keep my work area clean. So now I'm going to go ahead and heat my pan up. Get this in there and start breaking it up, chopping it up a little. But this is going to be a plenty, because I'm making chili to go on my weenie. Or I'm going to make a chili dog. I'm going to show you how. I always was used to eating chili dogs in North Carolina. So I just have to show you. So I have to make some chili because I didn't have chili. And no, I don't put onions in my chili. I do put onion powder for flavoring. And I have to remind you, this is just a country kitchen. I'm not a professional cook, nothing like that. I just like to show people some of the recipes and the way I cook, some of the things I always ate, to maybe give you some ideas of different ways you can fix dishes that you might eat. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on my meat. Don't need much. It doesn't take long to make chili. Takes you longer to do your meat than anything. You do have to brown your meat. But yeah, see, the reason I like to do it in the frying pan is because you can see it on the video better. Because everybody wants to see in the pot or see in the pan. And if I had my big pot sitting here, I'd have to have the camera right overhead looking down. And everybody fusses at me when I do that because they say, well, I want to see you in there too. Make sure you're the one doing the cooking. So I don't know. Can't please everybody, huh? But you just want to break it up as much as possible. And in North Carolina, in the grill where I worked, where we served hot dogs every day, or chili dogs every day, they always put their weenies in a big vat of water and cooked them that way. I prefer them either on the grill or in a frying pan myself. So you can put yours in a pot of hot water and boil them, or you can do them like I'm going to do. I'm going to throw them in my frying pan. Just keep chopping it up until you get really tiny pieces, because you don't want great big chunks in your chili. I normally fix chili in a big pot. I put tomato sauce, tons of tomato sauce in there, and then I throw in a pound of or more of ground beef. But I'm cutting down the version. I don't want to make that much. So this will be plenty for what I'm doing today. And it's pretty chilly today. It's only like 50 degrees, maybe not even 50 degrees. But that little storm that come through cooled things down and brought us some rain. I don't know what I did with my spoon rest. I put it in the sink and washed it. And I'm going to put a little bit of paprika. And a little bit of chili powder. Now this is chili powder from making chili. It's not hot. It's not like a hot pepper at all. It's just chili powder to give flavor to your chili. I'll probably shake about a half a teaspoon in there. Instead of opening a whole can of tomato sauce or tomatoes to make the chili, which I normally do, I'm going to use ketchup. Turn the burner down because I don't want it splattering on me. I am going to put in a little bit of water because I'm going to let this cook just a little bit. But the ketchup is taking place of my tomato sauce. If you're going to make a great big pot of chili, then I suggest you open a can of tomato sauce and put in it. A large can, if you use at least a pound of beef. Because I normally cook this a lot longer than what I'm going to do today. But I wanted to show you how you could fix it pretty quick. A small portion of chili without making a great big old pot full. Maybe enough for just 1 or 2 people. And when we always made chili in a great big pot in the restaurant where I worked, or the grill, we never drained the beef. Because that's part of the flavor of this, the little bit of fat that is in the beef. Turn that down just a tiny bit. I'm going to get my pan over here for my weenies. Just put a little bit of olive oil in there, or any kind of cooking oil, anything to keep them from sticking. And I'm going to fix 2 of them, I think. Like I said, you know, it's just me. I don't want to eat a whole bunch, but I think I can eat 2 hot dogs. I can get it out. And they're just Oscar Mayer original weenies. That's all there is. See what I did with my little spoon rest. I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere around here. Oh well, I'll find it later. But you know the roasted, what do they call them? The hot dog roasters? The little things where you stick your weenies on the rotisserie and it turns, and you can see them in there through the glass, and it roasts them. You know, they're not in water. And I like my weenies better to either have them on a roaster like that, or either in a frying pan. Now we're just going to let this simmer while our weenies is cooking. I need to put this back in the refrigerator. I don't want it to get too hot. I'm careful with my meat, y'all. And put it kind of low because you don't want them to brown too much on the outside and not get cooked on the inside. Now normally I would steam my buns. I'm not going to steam them today. But if you have a steamer, you can certainly steam your buns. I've just got regular Clover Valley hot dog buns, the cheap ones. And they're not exactly the buns that we used back home in the restaurant. The buns we used were just a little bit bigger. They were squared off at the ends. But these will work. And what I'm going to do is put my mustard. I like putting mustard on my bread. Here you can see. I don't like the glare over here. That's one reason I don't like this angle to cook at. But I just put a little bit of mustard on my buns. I'm not putting ketchup because we already got ketchup in our chili. And it doesn't take long for the weenies to cook. Doesn't take long for the chili when you do it this way. But I want it to cook a little bit of the water out. And that finishes cooking that ground beef a little bit. Gonna be good, y'all. Gonna be good. Water dripping. I try to brown it all the way around. And I'm going to take a few of my my Egyptian walking onions. I pull one up, a little one. I'm just going to put that in my bun. A little bit. I don't like too much onion. And little buddy wants out. You want to go outside. Sorry about that, y'all, but he wanted to go out. He's been inside napping because it's cold and wet, damp outside. And I'm going to turn those off. I think they're done. Put my weenie right in there. Yeah, I do that because it helps clean my pan. I don't know if you noticed me doing that all the time, but I do. Now, I got my chili here. I mean, not my chili, but my coleslaw. I got my chili that's still cooking. Let me get a spoon. Take my chili, put it on there. Yeah, I pile it high with chili. Sometimes it's hard to even eat it when I get finished with making my chili dog. And then you got it. You can eat your coleslaw on the side if you like. Or what we always did, we put it right on the top of our chili. It makes it sometimes a little messy to eat, but it's so good. I can't tell you how many chili dogs I made just like this. Just like that there. Don't that look good? That's lunch today, y'all. They're too hot to bite into. That weenie will burn, I know. That pan's hot. I want to bite it so bad I don't know what to do, but I know that weenie will burn my mouth. Y'all take a bite. Don't that look good? Full of chili with coleslaw on top. That is a good chili dog right there. Oh, God. Yeah. Like I said, it's a little tricky to eat, but it's so good, y'all. So good. So, if you wonder what a North Carolina style chili dog is, there you go. Fix you one. I think you'll love it. Come over and give you a close-up of it. Don't that look good? Y'all fix you a North Carolina style chili dog. That's a meal in itself. You don't even need French fries. You got your coleslaw, your chili, your weenie, and your bread. So there you go. Y'all have a blessed day. And I will see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye now.